What is up, guys? Welcome back. The Porsche Boxster theory. Have you guys heard of the Porsche Boxster theory? It's when you ask somebody what their opinion is on a Porsche Boxster. And if they say it's a girl's car, it's a hairdresser's car, it's a poor man's 911 or something negative, if they don't say anything good about the Boxster or the Cayman, because let's face it, a Cayman's the hardtop version, then you know they're not a real car enthusiast. There's just so much of this now in the car community, more than ever. We have more car events than ever, social media, and you just have so many people that are just asking the question, what is the image that I want to portray? What's the fastest car? Who has the best 0 to 60? What's the best quarter mile? What's the most horsepower? What's the rarest car? Are you really a car enthusiast if those are your concerns, if you put that above everything else? Oh, and shout out to Redline Raphael on TikTok, because this is where I got the idea for this video, the Porsche Boxster theory. I want to say he coined that statement. I could be wrong. And we've talked about this before. It's really nothing new. You have your people that like to flex and like to pose, your social media influencers, the Wes Watsons of the world, and these people with their get-rich-quick courses, and they're talking about leveling up. You know, you go Huracan, then you go Aventador, then you go Bugatti or whatever nonsense, and it's all about levels and who is the richest and a bunch of nonsense that they use to sell their courses, which basically just contain information that is brain rot, information that you could get from Google, if any of it's good, that is. Most of it, I'm sure, isn't good. And granted, I haven't purchased any of these courses, but you just know. People charging $5 grand, $10,000, $20,000 for a phone call or a mastermind course, to hear these people just yap on stage. And I have a problem with this, guys. The reason I have a problem with this is because young people are gullible. The younger kids in their 20s or in their early 20s are going to see these people driving these crazy cars, and they're going to think, I want to be like that. And then so they're going to waste their money on this brain rot bullshit when they could use it for something else, use it to better themselves. Being a true car enthusiast isn't about flexing. Being a true car enthusiast isn't about having a better car than everybody else, or having a faster car than everybody else. Being a real car enthusiast means that you appreciate all different types of vehicles, makes and models, muscle cars, supercars, hypercars, economy cars, quirky cars, cars that were obscure and absolute failures, cars that are strange, weird stuff. Just having that interest like a little kid. That's what it is to be a car enthusiast. You can appreciate anything from a $5,000 shitbox to a $100 million Ferrari, you know? And I say that because take a $5,000 shitbox that might look terrible, but what are the pros? Maybe it's easy to work on. Maybe insurance is cheap, gas is cheap. It's a car that is known to last forever, that can sit outside for 30 years in a third world country and still run with no maintenance. I mean, that to me is something to appreciate. I think that is so cool. I mean, think about that. That you have cars right now in Africa, you have Toyotas that are 30 years old, 40 years old, that have had minimal maintenance, if any, and they still run. I mean, that is tough. That is tough, man. I love seeing cars that turn over 1 million miles. But then I love the super rare and exotic stuff too. If you're somebody that has money and has some influence, you shouldn't want to belittle people or make other people feel bad. You are not your car. The true car enthusiast separates themselves from the car. They know they are not the car. What's that quote from Fight Club? You're not your job. You're not the car you drive. You're not your khakis or whatever it is. And there's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. So that's what the Boxster theory is, basically, is that. And it doesn't necessarily apply to just a Boxster. It could apply to a Miata. It could apply to a Mustang. It could apply to a Corvette. Oh, you got the base model automatic? And look, I mean, I'm not talking about the humor, you know, some of the humor, the 1990s humor, like say, oh, you've got the automatic, that means you're gray. I'm not going to say the other word because I'll get demonetized, but you know what I mean. You're gray if you drive an automatic. You're gray if you drive the V6 Camaro. I mean, some of the humor is cool. I get that. I'm down with that. I'm talking about the fake people, the people that won't give you the time of the day, and then all of a sudden you do get a nice car, and now they want to be your best friend, but they didn't like your other car, your normal car. And look, not everybody's gonna like everything. You're gonna have stuff that you don't like or you can't stand. I hate electric cars. I've made that clear in practically every video that I've made. It's just the way that I am. It's just the way that I am. I do not like electric cars. I was at a car show in Northern Virginia. There's a guy there who had just got the new GT4 RS. I didn't know the guy, went up to talk to him, and right away he starts bashing the car. He starts, yeah, it's a girl's car. It makes a lot of noise inside, the intake noise. I don't like the way it sounds. And then he's listing off all of his other cars, how he's got an 812 and an SF90. And you know, immediately I just get quiet and give him that look like, you know, I'm getting little Wang energy from you. I was interested in the car. I thought the car was cool. I came over to talk to you. I don't need a laundry list of how much money you have and how many cars you have. I don't really care. When you go to a car show, you want to enjoy the time with the enthusiast, especially if it's somebody you don't know. You don't want to act like that. That's just not cool, man. So I just, you know, walked away. I wasn't going to listen to that. I know plenty of rich guys. I lived in Manhattan for a decade. The money doesn't impress me. It gets a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, that's great that you have a lot of cool stuff, but I'm not impressed. You're not impressing most of us. And remember, most people can't afford to have all that stuff. So when you act like that, you're just isolating yourself and you're opening up the opportunity for more snakes to get into your circle and fake people, which you do not want around you. It's amazing how many people that come into money or have money that don't understand that. And there was another guy, I was at a concours show in Long Island. He had a 964, I don't remember if it was a 964 RS, or 964 RS America. I was like, this is really cool. We're talking to him about it. And he just starts listing off, oh, it's slow, but I've got this other Porsche here is mine too, the GT3. And before that, I didn't bring the SF90, I just got the SF90, but that's junk. I mean, within a matter of like a minute, he's just spitting all this stuff off, and it's like, I don't care about all that. I just want to talk about what's in front of me right here and what I asked you about. That's the type of behavior that is what's really ruining car culture, and that's been going on for a while. The younger kids talk about what's ruining car culture today. This is one of the things, the douchey behavior. You know, just don't be a douchebag. Basically, you have two types of people that like cars. You have your douchebags that want to look cool and flex on other people, and then you have your real car enthusiast, your true car enthusiast. Be the true car enthusiast. That's what this rant is about today. And you know, I'm all for the good humor with your friends, the 90s humor. I love that. I love good humor, politically incorrect humor. That's great. But there's a big difference between that and just being a douche or a complete scumbag to other people. And I bring up these influencers because if there really is anything wrong with car culture today, it is these scammy influencers that use luxury items to sell their courses that aren't really in the cars. They may seem like they're in the cars to the normal person, and some of them may like cars. I'm not saying they don't like cars. And I'm not saying that everybody that has something nice that's selling a course is bad. That's not necessarily the case. There's probably a few guys out there that are decent people that are selling courses. I hope so. I want to hope so. Come on, hit the gas. If you're going to pull out in front of me, hit the gas. Especially if you have a fast car. It never fails. And I'm only going 60 miles an hour. I drive slow when I make these videos because you got to be safe when you're making a video. Just basic driver's etiquette. If you are going to pull out in front of someone, hit the gas, especially if you have a quick car. Don't hold up traffic in the left lane. I'm driving on the right lane so people can drive by me. I'm looking forward to spring. I've got to get the Z out. I wanted to get it out today, but the roads are a little messy and we've had some scattered storms, so I feel like if I take it out today, it's just going to start raining. And there was hail in the area too, and I'm terrified of hail damage. The OCD in me does not like that at all. I got caught in a hailstorm years ago. Big hail, golf ball size hail, man, and it freaked me the hell out. Had some hail damage, and it was just on my Civic, which was older at the time, but still, it just freaks me out, man. There's a reason why people that aren't into cars laugh at people that drive Corvettes or Ferraris, or they say they have a small wang, or they're compensating. And it's because of these guys, these shallow guys, and girls, not as many girls, that are always flexing and bragging and belittling others. They're the ones that give everybody a bad name. And you don't have to respect them. Stop kissing their ass. If you see one of these guys or girls at a car show, don't kiss their ass just because they have a nice car. You show me your little Wang energy. I don't care if you have a McLaren F1. I've lost all respect for you, man. I will say this. I was at a car show here in Southern Maryland, and I saw a right-hand drive Supra that was tastefully modded, and I ran over to start filming it. And there was a guy parked next to it with the Saturn Sky. And I'm filming the Supra, and he kept interrupting me, kept calling me over. You've got to check this. You got to check out my car. Like forcefully wanting me to check out his car. I'm not a fan of the Saturn Sky. I didn't tell him that. I didn't want to make him feel bad, even though he was really getting under my skin. Because I was tired, it was an early morning. I had this Supra practically all to myself, and I wanted to film it and talk about it. And this guy's just, you know, basically getting in front of me and screwing up my shot. And I could have been a douchebag and said, who cares about a Saturn Sky? But then I thought, I don't want to be that guy. The guy with the SF90 in Long Island that I ran into, or the guy that I ran into in Virginia with the GT4 RS. I don't want to be anything close to that douchebag ever, no matter what I am driving or where I am in life. I don't want to make somebody else feel bad or that they're lesser than I am. No. And I did spend some time with him afterwards, and it was, you know, if he wouldn't have acted the way that he did, it would have been a much better experience, and I probably would have enjoyed talking to him about his Saturn Sky. But since he went there, even if he had a Ferrari, it would have been awkward. It would have been like, dude, like I'm in the middle of doing something else right now. Like, give me a few minutes. And look, if you are somebody that wants to flex and be a douchebag, by all means, go ahead and do it. I really don't care. Do what you want with your life. I'm not saying you have to like everything. I'm not saying you can't be proud of what you have. But look, a lot of you need to hear this. Just because it's your car doesn't mean it's the best car in the world. A lot of you think that just because I drive this, I have the best car. You need to like get out of your small world and keep the good humor going. Keep the good politically incorrect 90s humor. I love all that stuff, the Ford and Chevy humor or the Ferrari, Lamborghini stuff. I'm not talking about that. That's different. That's cool. People do it with fitness too, like this Andy Elliott guy with the six-pack. You got to have a six-pack abs or I'll fire you. And he has people come on stage and take their shirts off. It's like people will say or do anything for attention. Then you're making the fitness community look bad. You're making salesmen look bad. Salesmen already have a bad rap, or personal trainers. It's like, get out of here. Get out of here. Can't people act normal? One of the downsides of social media, ever since social media came around, people will just say or do anything to be famous. I mean, I get a little rage bait. I do a little rage bait myself. That's one thing. But you don't want to go full tard, man. Don't go full tard. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. I'll see you next time.